It should be experience-led growth, ELG, right?
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity for a UX designer to stand up and go ELG or XLG. Oh yeah, there you go. Even sexier. XLG, experience-led growth, right? Right. We talked about offline experiences, physical product experiences. We talked about brand experience. We were talking about a lot more. And I feel that UX has contracted. And the sign of that for me is the UI/UX job description. We're looking for a UI/UX designer. And that UI part of it for me is like, well, no, that's small UX, right? We used to be big UX. So I feel the domain of UX has gotten smaller over the past 2 decades so that it is digital product designers and it's about interface design, which is not unimportant. That's great. But I think UX had the potential to be a bigger thing, but it didn't. That void was filled by PLG now. And you've probably seen it, Jen. UX designers calling themselves growth designers. Go out on LinkedIn and look for a job title called growth designer. And I'm like, every UX designer is a growth designer. They just haven't positioned it that way in the past. So I would encourage anybody to look at growth. Yeah, start talking about growth and really get into PLG stuff. If you read the definitions of PLG, 80% of it is UX design, if not more. It's basically PLG is a relabeling of what I remember UX to be back in the day, the big UX. It's relabeled now as PLG, and it's not being led by designers. It's other folks that are driving. So I think UX really missed the opportunity to own that part of the value of design. And now PLG is suddenly everybody's talking about PLG. Business leaders, board members, CEOs, they're all talking about PLG. That's what I would have wished for UX. And PLG came in and ate our cake.
Why do you think that happened? How did PLG come in and take everything over?
I think because the positioning, labels. Everybody's saying, oh, labels don't matter. And it's like, yeah, I get that argument. And I kind of feel the same way as well, too. But at some level, they do matter. And the word design, I've learned, is a very, very loaded word. And as much as we've tried to take apart the nuances of that word, capital D versus a lowercase d, design thinking, design is problem solving, it's all this blah, 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 blah. That the word, when you say the word design to a business stakeholder who hasn't had that sensitivity to the word and the distinctions in it, they just think surface level aesthetics. Design is surface level aesthetics. So that's just an example of the words and the language that we use to position UX as an important field. I use the word delight as well, too. It's like, we want to delight our customers. If instead we said, we want to architect a solution that will help grow, right? And behavior change, persuasive design, and different words like that. But for me, out of all of those different kind of positioning and label changes, it's the word growth. It's in PLG. It's product-led growth. And if we said design-led growth, the thing about PLG is interesting too, is not only did they come in and take our cake, is that the metaphor? Take our lunch, eat our lunch. Yeah, they ate our lunch. They went backwards, right? Because it took us so long to say, it's not about the product, it's about the experience. And the experience is the product. So I'm like, why are we going back to product-led growth? It should be experience-led growth. ELG, right?
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity for a UX designer to stand up and go ELG or XLG. Oh yeah, there you go. Even sexier. XLG, experience-led growth, right? Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
That could be, I feel like there's a book coming on for you,
No,
Jen.
I have other books in my mind. You kind of write books in your mind, right? Which is the easy part, by the way. Just as another aside, if you've never written a book, the easy part is thinking it up. The hard part is sitting down every day and writing sentence after sentence. And I don't like writing books, actually. People are like, oh, you're going to write another one? I hate writing books. So it's very painful. Painful thing. But yeah, that could be a XLG, right? Experience-led growth.
I love it. I agree, Jim. And I think something like it has taken us back a little bit, focusing on the product, because then you get businesses who just want to spew out features
Yep.
instead of actually meeting a need.
Yep.
right?
Yep. And PLG,
And so, yeah,
PLG, if you look at the definitions and language around PLG, it's essentially UX, and they do say the word need, but then you're like, wait, you have an MBA and you previously worked as a sales enablement consultant and you're running our PLG program talking about user needs? And it's like, wow, the UX crowd here, the designerly crowd, hopefully listening, still listening. This is a long one, isn't it? Still listening is like way more capable and qualified to understand human behavior, in my opinion. So there's a mismatch there, and it's like, how do we let that get away? I don't know how that happened.
yeah. It's kind of the clash between product folks and UX folks a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It's in there too. So I think, yeah, playing nice with others, and adopting some of their positioning. And the reason why we care about the user experience and user needs, I think ultimately it is an avenue or a path to growth. We want more people clicking on our screens or persuasively taking the actions that we want them to, right? You're not a UX designer because it's an artistic personal expression. Is you work for an organization, you get paid, and you're trying to help that business grow, right? That ultimately that's what we know, but at least I never expressed it that way as a UX designer. I was always talking about delight and usability and smooth experience, seamless end-to-end experience. Sounds great, but seamless end-to-end experience for growth, again, just using the word growth, reframing everything that we believe as UX designers as a mechanism for growth, I think would help reposition it as that PLG movement that ate our lunch.